Man, what's up? This is our self. Another day out. This is tea, not coffee. Um, I wanna oh, you can find the merch at Printerfly. Um, slash our self. You can also get my content on Printerfly. I mean my merch on Printerfly. My content on Patreon. And also you can go to Linktree slash ourself. And also you can find you could, if you want, you know, you can go to StreamYard, check me out. You know what I mean? Uh you go to, if you're new to StreamYard, you can get get a new, or you new and you wanna level up your game, you can get $10 off on StreamYard. Also on Patreon. Thank you. Alright. Now, people told me to do this, and like I said, I'm gonna do this. They said it's my time, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Um, Also, I have a book, J.P. Manley. It's an adult and children's coloring books for soothing the mind, and also breaking loose every day when you get a chance. Doodling always helps the mind and the body. Yeah. J.P. Manley. J.G. Manley. My bad. Selling the book, messing up the people's shit. J.G. Manley. You can hit my email, and also it's a $10 illustrated book. It's published by J.G. Manley. You have like 4 or 5 editions, all different types. Excuse me. The coloring books is once you see one, you know, one day you want to do your thing and color in it. Is you can't get by it. So, some more tea right quick. Yeah. So I told these dudes I'd do this. And so I do this for all the people who said, man, you need your own podcast. And this was like 10, 11 years ago. So just want y'all to know I was always up on it, but not involved. So, the 90s in Newark, New Jersey. All right. Let's see. Here we go. I think it was like 93 or 94. This is one of our selves stories of 1990, in the 90s, when our self was hooked on heroin. This is one of those chronicles and stories. Here we go. So, like I said, it's the 90s. Like I said, it's the 90s. And I was out there strung out and shit, like I told you before, off that New York heroin, and you maintain it with Jersey garbage. Well, the garbage I found in Jersey, and your money can't get you to back and forth to the Bronx no more because your motherfucking money low because you spending it on bullshit. So, um, we used to be chilling at my man's crib and shit in the 90s because um we was already friends. So so what I would do when after I get off E, this was the schedule before. After I get off E, run his crib, and and I try to get him to teach me how to use. I get him to try to show me how to use the computer, the computer, because at this time computers was only really if you had the money and businesses. Now he was fresh out of the service, so he came home with a lot of talk. You know, if you're not in the military, you ain't used to. So he goes, he goes. I want you to come with me downtown, and we gonna cop a computer. I'm like, that shit that be on TV. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh shit, yeah, they did have a commercial where you could buy. They got the box. They kept fucking showing you the whole box and the kit. You can get it with the floppy disk. That's what was going down then. And then hard drive disk swoop right in behind it. They looked at like little credit cards or some shit, little ID cards or some shit with funny marks, grooves on it. But anyway, you know, floppy disks and shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I need you to show me that. And I'm tired of you beating me in chess. So boom. We go downtown, we pick up the motherfucking computer in the box. Motherfucker, wasn't nobody doing that shit 1991, 92 on our block. Excuse me. And that shit was like, to me, I'm like, because I'm in the lost world and this nigga in the regular world, and he looking at me crazy, and I'm looking at him crazy. Like, how the fuck? What we get ready to do with this shit? We get it upstairs. Took that shit out the box, and yo, we put that bitch together. I didn't know it was that easy to put together, but yo, we put that bitch together quick, and I'm sitting here looking at him like, yo, okay, what we gonna do now? What's next? That's when I know. That's when I learned you needed the internet. Boom. He hooked his phone line to that motherfucker. Then then we hit up what was it, Netflix? I think we hit up Netflix for some games and shit, some floppies and shit to go into the game. I think it was Netflix. Got the here got Doom, Chess Master, um Space Invaders, Asteroids. All this was on the floppy. And it didn't come with no games or nothing. To me, that shit was like a disappointing Nintendo game with no games. You know, I didn't know what was going on. So we turned that motherfucker on. That shit came on. Then when he went online, it did the noise thing and shit. I think he had AOL. Excuse me. I think he had AOL. So boom. So once he showed me, yo, check it out. Once he showed me, and I helped him, because I didn't know what I was doing, but I helped him put the motherfucker together, right? Yo, after I helped him put it together, he was like, from now on, any more games that we play at his crib when I'm over there, we gonna have to play solo until my game level get up to his game level. Now once I had to, and this joke, it was wintertime too. Word up. So boom, when he said that, he was like, look, I need you to come with me to Radio Shack. I gotta get a printer. I'm like, a printer? I was like, oh shit, the logo and the computer. He was like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's go. So we got that shit, the printer. Boom. The printer is vital to the story too. Well, anyway, he got the printer, came back, hooked everything up. Boom. He was like, now, to see where my level at, we gonna run through a gambit of games that he got and shit. Yo, where's Brad? I was going through this in the 90s. I was on heroin bad. I was living in the street shelters and shit. But I think this was before I got real bad. I was bad out there, but I wasn't that bad yet, like a program yet. So boom. So he like, yeah, man, you gonna hang around here, man. You gonna be productive a little bit and shit. You know what I mean? I need to get my skills up. So beating up on you all the time ain't getting me nowhere. I was like, who you talk? Oh shit, nigga, what? He was like, yeah, check this out. first game of competition is gonna be Doom. I'm like, Doom, okay, I know how to play video games. He go first. You know what I mean? He moving, he doing his thing, he running through that bitch. Boom. Nice score. I go, boom. Boom. It was the best out of 3. Go again. Boom. Then that motherfucker fucked me up. He was like, hold up. I'm gonna print out the score. I said, what the fuck? Yo, he printed out the score, the nigga, yo. Printed out the score. And I'm looking like, I lost, son. You don't know I lost and shit. You just what? He's like, nah, we gonna do. You gonna learn the right way. So boom. I think we do asteroid, space invaders, whatever. Now, mind you, this nigga ain't on no fucking dope. He on coke, but he ain't on no dope like me. So, and he sleep comfortable at night. Now me, I'm just a wild pistol at the time. So boom. He beating me. My video game shit is down because I ain't been playing, man. And I had other shit on my mind and shit, like surviving, right? So boom. Then we get to the game Chess Master. Put that in. Now he beat let me see. Yeah, what did he do? He stalemated and then he beat it. And I think it was Chessmaster 1500 or some shit like that. And I played and lost bad and shit. So boom, printed the score out for that shit. Then we get to the real chessboard. Now, mind you, it got 3 types of chessboards. So mind you, these chessboards, they had meaning to them and shit. So boom, we play a game. He run down on me, boom, run down on me again, run down on me again. Yo, he beat me like 10 times. And then he written down every game he won, how I beat him, everything. What he wrote down whether it's a pawn or a bishop, he wrote that down. Boom. Now, he came to me, he was like, before you go, no, he was like, all right, yeah, before you go and get a chance to play me, you have to go and reach a high. You have to beat my scores on everything. And when it comes to playing chess, you're gonna have to either because he was like, it looked like you could have stalemated me, but you ain't know what you was doing, so he gave me credit on that. That's only because I remember playing when I was locked up or as a kid for fun and shit. I didn't really know what I was doing then. So boom. Um, so you go, all right, so boom. I start off, I go ahead and um I started each game and I motherfucker had to play them games every day or how long it took to catch the score. So now I'm down to chess master because that's one thing I was going back and forth on every he when I was doing good on the other ones, I ain't let him know I was hopping and testing the other ones out. But because everything was right there on the computer, other than that, it's the chessboard, and I ain't go to him yet with that shit. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, because them last out of that 10, the last 5, he was murder. I ain't get to move nowhere. He, he was like, surprise, surprise, every time, surprise. Word up. And they used to be like, surprise. I'm like, what surprise? And do me dirty, checkmate. Like, damn. So, boom. I'm on the chess master myself, 1500. Yeah, I'm doing by this time my game leveled up and shit on the chessboard. I'm playing this motherfucker and shit. And I play this motherfucker and we playing for a minute. And the motherfucker beat me and I noticed something when he beat me. And I was like, holy shit. So I rushed to play that shit again. You know, I had to wait for it to load up and all that shit. So I played this motherfucker again and shit. Well, let me see you gonna do that dumb shit again. Because some of the times I wasn't even high yet. I was just playing clean headed and shit. Because some of that shit I was earning the money to get my dope and shit. But anyway, I played a chess master and shit. Boom, stalemated that pussy. I stalemated that motherfucker. When I stalemated the computer, I looked at that shit. I'm looking at it. I'm like, he did the same move. So I'm noticing that I'm picking up on shit stuff, and I was like, oh man, I didn't think that was gonna work. He do that shit again. So boom, played it again. Stalemate. Y'all stalemated him 4 times before I beat him. The last time I played him, I went to fucking I went to play the computer and bam, I beat that mug. Got him. Now I walked in there like in the living room like, yo, motherfucker, what's up? And he's like, okay, okay. He went in there and checked the computer and shit, see I was verified, all my levels was beat and shit in the computer. Now it's time to play his human ass. So boom. He played and he did this. Now on the game, that chess master, that shit be teaching you opens and telling you what opens is. So yeah, I was learning. So look, he goes and do the basic opening. It was like that nigga copied Yo Where Is Born. It was like he mirrored everything chess master was teaching me. So he picked the chessboard. Yeah, let me get the chessboard. The chessboard, he had 3 different ones and shit. I think it was wood, metal, and glass. So we played with the wood. He was like, "You only worthy of wood." So I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So we playing, and boom, he noticed it's 5 minutes in the game and he ain't won yet. Rather, he knows that he swooped down and caught me off guard. Bam. Excuse me. That shit was crazy. Like, as soon as he said that shit. Second time I played on the wooden chessboard. He noticed I don't know what was going on, but he was like, fuck, let me smoke a cigarette. He ain't smoked no cigarette nan time. This joker beat me. It was after the game. He was smoking already, and I'm still trying to figure out what he did. But this time he had he lit up his cigarette and he looked at his watch. He was like, "Oh shit, 10 minutes, nigga." Swooped down like an eagle, tore me up. Bam, bam, bam. Like 3 or 4 moves. Killed me. Third time playing. Excuse me. Third time playing. He yeah, third time playing. I held him for at least 10 more minutes. Beat me. Boom. He was like, all right. You could go, we could play on the metal. Let's try the metal, see how you act with some a little more class on this in the see how you play with a little more classier type of board. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Flip your boat, man, whatever. So, mind you, this nigga had all the rock music, grunge, all that shit, old rock, all Led Zeppelin, motherfucking Neil Young. He teaching me, and I'm listening to all his music. I heard this music coming up, but I ain't never had the albums to all the music. So boom, we get on the metal and shit. He playing metal and shit. So we get down, and I started learning how to take his pieces. So on the metal board, we was doing our thing and shit. On the metal board, it was I was really learning because he picked up his game and shit, and I automatically had to remember. Yeah, it was just like playing the chess master, 1500. I had to remember openings and shit. How I didn't want to get beat up on in the beginning of the game. I had to be defending all the time. I kept getting tired of defending myself a lot. So yeah, and I wanted to be on the attack one game. So boom, that's at the end. I'll tell you that. But yeah. So once it was like I really knew how to play chess when I got to the metal board and the pieces, because of the way he used the different openings and shit. Like on the computer, he's using the same hard openings that I couldn't do shit with once you be in the middle of the game. Yeah, once you're in the middle of the game and shit, you know what I mean? So boom. days go by. He like, yeah, now look, we chilling. We on the computer and shit. And he like, yeah, you getting good, whatever. So we listen to more music. I'm sneaking in the bathroom, sniffing my shit while he's sniffing coke and shit. And next thing I know, come back in there and shit. After we finished, we had just finished smoking some good ass weed. He had just copped this shit. Man, he had an ounce of some serious shit. He was getting this shit from up top, boy. That shit was right. For a nigga who ain't had no money sometimes, that weed helped the nigga insides and system right. Especially some good ass weed. That shit make you relax and chill. Then you think about eating. Then the shit come back on you like the after effect of the weed he used to have was serious. That shit really was worth it. So this nigga pull out the crystal board and shit. Fancy ass pieces. Yo, they was different types of shit. All his shits was different types of pieces. We get on that glass motherfucker, man, or that crystal board. Excuse me. Like I said, them openings, I had to get them right. Yo, I stalemated this nigga, man. He looked at me. He looked at his watch. He was like, 25 minutes, huh? You stalemated me and shit. And he would have went on, but we could have went on, but he once he felt it and saw it, he was like, oh, I ain't going on with this. He must have, because I used to try to look. I didn't study all the openings, but I used to give them a look over to see how they started out. What would be the first two? The outcome of the first two moves, or the first 3 to 4 moves. I used to do that. So he saw that shit. He was like, "Oh, we stopping this. We're gonna start again." So bam, we start again. He attacked. No, yeah, he attacked. I'm defending and shit. Boom, boom. He attacking me. Boom. So I thought it was opening. I be forgetting the names and shit. That was a while ago, like the 90s, like I said. So boom. Next thing you know, I win. And when I beat him, he's like, all right, we ain't gonna play again. Now you ready? And I'm like, ready for what? Yo, this nigga went back in that box, that computer box that had black and white print all over it. That shit had a monitor, a drive, and a keyboard in it, and a mouse, and wires. And some a floppy disk, I think, to get the drive going or whatever. So shit, link up, get everything online. You had to make sure the shit was tight. You had to do a lot of inside tools, using the MS tools and that shit, Microsoft tools and all that shit. But anyway, so he was like, so how you feel about the video games you was playing? I was like, man, it ain't like Sega Dreamcast and shit like that, but he was like, nah, this how those games get started and shit. I was like, yeah. He was like, I got another game for you. See if you could pass it. So he was like, it's with the computer. I'm like, all right, what the fuck you talking about now? The computer came with these manuals, and these 3 thick ass books said MS DOS on them. Programming and all about programming and it was all about the computer, and it showed you step by step on how to be a programmer. Them the books that came with it. So I used to come over there every day. I didn't play chess unless I read at least half a book. I read all that shit, man. And then he was like, now, you could write your own 8-bit or 16-bit video game. And I was about it. And at that time, I was really, really in the street. And I never got a chance to do it. And I didn't do it. I blew that shit all because of heroin in the 90s. And no one else should be out there doing that shit. I lost some time, but it was alright. But that's a story that I got, and nobody else can repeat because it was me that lived it. Um, yeah, like I said, you can catch me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, Linktree, StreamYard. If you're new to streaming or you want to level up your game, StreamYard has a $10 discount to help you out. Alright, I want to say peace to whoever was listening or looking. This is our self. I got many stories. I'm 59 fucking years old. I'll be 60 soon. There's more stories as we speaking in the making. I am also an American Indian. Yeah, American Indian. I want to give a shout out to my man, Top Cat. You know what I mean? And BCU. You know what I mean? True American Indians. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I'm gonna have those stories too. How I found out everything about, discovered all the information in my family, but that's coming. But yeah, you gotta know yourself nowadays. And if your family from down south or any way down that way, ain't no fucking way you could deny what you are and come up with some name like FBA. You gotta be ridiculous, man. Come on, man. Stop that shit.